Fun fact about Israelis, Israelis love rain. They can't wait till it starts raining. And here in Israel, it has started raining. Let's explore this interesting fact about Israelis. Shalom, friends. This is the Kiva Gersh with Israel in 5, where we give you everything Israel in 5 minutes. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or want to keep the conversation going, please do so below in the comments. It's important to understand that most of the year here in Israel, at least half of the year, it does not rain at all, not a single drop. I grew up in New York where in the summertime we would have these beautiful thunderstorms and tons of rain would come down. That is not the case in Israel. The second it stops raining here in Israel, which is usually around April, maybe early May, it doesn't rain again until October, November time. And then really doesn't start raining until usually around December time. So that's a good half a year of complete rainless weather, which means things get dry, which means the green and colors turn brown and gold and yellow, and it's a completely different kind of Israel. But once the rains start, which has happened here in Israel very recently, in recent weeks, everything changes. People welcome the rain. People are so excited for the rain. Literally, it seems like within the first few drops, the grass starts to grow and there's now green everywhere. And eventually, in the next coming months, the next month, 2 months, there'll be a plethora, a myriad, a bouquet of colorful flowers, wildflowers all over the country, different kinds, different sizes, different places at different times coming out. It becomes a huge part of the winter experience here in Israel, the wildflower season. People get so excited. People will literally jump in their car and drive hours just to see a beautiful patch of a certain kind of flower. I've done it myself. It's an amazing thing. And the only reason this happens is because of the rains. What else happens because of the rains? First of all, let's just note that it's very important that it rains, obviously, like any place in the world. But Israel depends on rainfall traditionally, right? The Kinneret, the Sea of Galilee in the north, has been the main source of Israel's water, and if it doesn't rain, that's a dangerous situation, right? We have the Kinneret, we have the aquifers in various places underneath the ground around Israel. Today, it is different with desalination plants, at least 5 of them along the coast of Israel. That has changed the game completely. And now most of people's house water, drinking water, all the water that comes into their house does come from desalination. That's another story for another time. But still, it's much better that the rain falls and that we get our water from rain. It's less intense in terms of energy and resources, right? Desalination is great, but it's very, very energy intensive, right? So the best way to get water in the country is still by rain, and so obviously that's only going to happen in the winter. And we literally pray for rain. We pray for rain every single day in the winter, and it's been part of Judaism for thousands of years that we have a prayer for rain. Actually, a couple different prayers for rain, or mentions of rain in our prayers. Very, very important thing. But the other thing I wanted to share about rain in Israel is that if you go to the desert, the rains can cause a shitafon, right, which is basically a flash flood, right? And while there is danger to that, obviously there's serious danger, and if people are going to go hiking in the winter, and if there's any chance of rain, they need to check with the proper services to make sure it's still safe to go. There have been incidents, unfortunately, of people getting into great danger because of these flash floods. They were in areas hiking they probably shouldn't have been, and a flash flood came. And it happens in seconds, literally. You don't know. That's why it's called a flash flood, right? You're in a dry riverbed. Many of Israel's hikes, especially in the desert, are in these dry riverbeds. They're dry most of the year, and they only turn into rivers once there's a flash flood. And that flash flood comes from a little bit of rain far away. And you might not even see rain in the desert, and usually you don't. But because rain was falling somewhere else, it went down over the mountains, down the mountains, and into the riverbed. And because the ground is so hard, it does not absorb into the ground. And then it creates this big raging river. So it could be very dangerous. On the other side, on the positive side, it's also very beautiful. People literally will drive in their cars hours to go down to the Negev when they know that there is rain in the forecast in order to see these flash floods form. It is a pretty spectacular sight. I've seen it myself. You see these waterfalls just burst out of nowhere in the mountains of the desert here in Israel. And as long as you're staying a safe distance away, it's totally fine. And it's really beautiful. And it's really powerful. And it's really amazing to see. You literally see a river forming out of nothing. And it's quite the experience. So this is all about rain in Israel. And these are the reasons why Israelis love rain, from The water provides us in our day-to-day life, to the wildflowers, to the green, to all the different colors of winter, to the spectacular natural moment, phenomenon of flash floods and more. Israelis love rain, and that's why they never sing that song that I sang when I was a kid. When I was a kid, rain, rain, go away, come back another day. No, we're so happy every single time it rains here in Israel. All the best, my friends, and be well.